YazaFreeBalanceClasses.com. So we've learned a lot of different tips and basic technique moves that you can do with the icy swings. And now it's time to do one of the funnest parts, of course, of doing the icy swings, which is the turns, you know. It's the best thing you can do with the icy swings, and probably is the only reason why we buy icy swings, is so you can spin like crazy with them. So what kind of different turns you can do with them? Okay, there's so many different ones. In fact, if you go back to the video where I showed you all the different types of turns that you can do, all of those turns could be used for icy swings. But of course, there are some that are kind of better than others and work better with icy swings. So we're going to go over those a little bit. Well, one of the simplest ones is really to keep your icy swings down, you know, and then kind of turn with them. You know, it's not a very fancy one, but you're going to keep them down like this, either by keeping them really close to you, which is not a beautiful one, but like if you open them, or like both arms are in the front, like that, that's beautiful. And you can do really toe spins is what these are. Like you're up on your toes and you're taking little tippy toe steps around, okay? So that's one very simple one. The other one is kind of lifting them up to shoulder level and doing the exact same thing. Kind of spinning up on your toes, just keeping them about shoulder level, you know? And what you're gonna always see is this front one. So like if you turn into the left, like this, well, the one that's on the left side is going to be kind of in front of you. You're gonna constantly be looking at it. Vice versa, if you go into the right, the one that's on your right is going to be in front of you. You're going to constantly look at it, okay? So that's a basic one. You can also do the same exact thing, of course, you know, tippy toe turns, but arms a little bit higher this time, like a butterfly look, like all the way up, make a big nice V with your arms and do exactly the same things. So same thing again, if you're turning to the left side, the left one is going to be in front of you, kind of look at it, and then vice versa if you are turning to the right, okay? So changing levels can change really the way your turn looks. So those are some of the basic ones where you're up on your toes. You can do a basic three-step turn. So if you know what a three-step turn is the one where you're like, if you go into the left, you step with the left and you go left, right, left, and then you hold. And then if you go to the right, you go right, left, right, toe, and hold. And we've used this three-step in so many other moves in the past. In fact, it's one of the basic ones to learn. So you can do that with the fan veils and icy swings, you know, all those big open prop, fabric props. So if we want to do it here with the icy swings, basically we would like open the arms like this, about shoulder level, and we do exactly the same thing. So left, left, hold, and then other side, right, hold. Okay, you can add a little bit of a wave at the end if you'd like to. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and it really helps to keep that back toe pointed like that. It gives you a really big range of motion without losing your balance, so you don't feel like you're falling forward. Okay, so that's a three-step turn. You can also do it with an L-shaped turn. L-shaped turn is when your arms look like an L shape. One arm is up and one is like straight, sideways, shoulder level. So you can do a little spin with that. Turn like this with it. Okay. And then you can switch sides. Turn with it. So you keep one arm straight and then the other one just straight but down about shoulder level. So that's the L-shaped turn. You can also do it with an arabesque. If you have seen an arabesque before, if you go back to this video, you'll see it. There's so many different ways you can do an arabesque. You can start with it, you can finish with it, you can add a little three-step to it. So many different ways. So, but with the icy swings, it's a really good way to end. So like you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So like at the end when you open one arm up and one arm kind of down about here, you kind of kick up with that leg. Okay? So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You know, just by kind of lifting and kicking with that leg, it really brings a very beautiful extension of the body that really complements the icy swings very well. So don't forget about the arabesque. And of course, one of the most beautiful turns, in fact, to do with the icy swings is the windmill or the helicopter. I like to call it the helicopter because in Morocco, when we grew up, we call those turns the helicopter turns. So helicopter turn or windmill turn is one where you kind of, your arms that go like this, and I showed you how to do this one. I broke it down to like, I mean, I took so long to break down like the actual technique, and you can use that same one without any prop at all, or you can do it with wings, you can do it with fan veils, you can do it with veils, you can really do it with lots of different props, okay? So make sure you really go back to that video. I'm not going to spend too much time here telling you how to move everything, but again, just very quickly, it's like you're dropping the right arm down as you lift the back one down, and then as you switch, it's the opposite. So the front arm is always the one, the front meaning like facing the audience is the one that always goes down, and the other one is up, and then you kind of switching, okay? So with the fan veils, and with the veils, and with especially the Isis wings, it's a really beautiful move to be able to do really fast. And you are on your toes while you're doing this, of course, because it really gives you more stability, lengthens your body, and gives you a faster movement as well. So it would look like this if I'm doing it. You know? Oh, you can do it forever. So that's the windmill, or the helicopter. So give it a shot. That's one of the beautiful movements, and a lot of dancers tend to finish their dancing with the windmill. But those are just some of the famous ones, some of the famous turns that you do with Isis wings. Of course, you can do all the other turns that you know with the Isis wings. They all would work perfectly. You just maybe have to switch certain things, extend the arms in a different way because you're using this prop that you're holding with your arms mostly. So you can switch things around, but it's really basically the same steps, same work, and it always complements beautifully the Isis wings. Isis wings love turns, so make sure you add them as much as you can. Okay, so have fun with it, have fun with the turns, and spinning like crazy with your Isis wings. I'll see you next time in the next video on freeballedanceclasses.com. Bye!